All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the platform, episode 78. Wow, we're really getting up there now. Episode 78. We are talking God of War sales as well as the impact of single-player games today. We have a very, very special guest today. Before I do any of the plugs, our special guest today is Mr. Tony Palanco from the Throwdown. You guys already know who he is. So he's joining us today. But we're going to do our introductions. But before I do that, shouts out to Player One Coffee. You already know they got a new flavor out. A lot of people are loving it. It's called, actually it's a new one. It's called Drop or something like that. Rare Drop. That's what it's called.
Rare Drop.
Yeah, Rare Drop.
Also, real quick, full screen, man. Full screen.
Are we not full? I thought we were full. No, we're not.
Full.
We're fake full. There we go. Yeah.
Dude, you are derping, man.
Look, we recovered. All right. So shouts out to Player One Coffee. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our introductions. Starting with Mr. Tony Palanco. What's up, man? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you got going on.
Right, man, before any of that, y'all got sponsors, man? Let me know what's up, man. Y'all got sponsors?
Yeah, Player One
Yeah, so yeah, what's going on, people? You know, your boy Tony here, Rom Death from Twitter. You already know, man. Happy to be back on. It's been a hot minute, but
yeah.
You know, you guys asked me. I was supposed to be on a couple weeks ago, but like everybody wanted my attention at that point because I had to play God of War early. He's like, "Yo, be on my podcast, be on my podcast." I'm like, I can't be on all of them, son. You know, but I'm here now, and yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yes, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it. Next up, we got Eugene. What's up, man? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're playing, sir.
What up, everybody? It's your man, Black Dragon 79, back again with another edition of the Platform Podcast. What's up, everybody? This week I've been playing a lot of God of War since upgrading to that PS4 Pro. Go fuck yourself, Danny. My introduction. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of God of War on the PS4 Pro. I like to call it the Dad of War.
Okay.
Excellent game. It's a must buy. That's all I can say, man. Just buy the damn game. Don't wait for it to come on no other platform because it ain't happening. Just get a PS4 and enjoy that shit.
Stop triggering. Next up, we got Cool Cat Terri. What's up, Terri? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're playing.
Hey, everybody. It's Cool Cat Terri from Twitch. I have been playing God of War a little bit here and there. I recently finished Far Cry 5, and I've been working on some Ghost Recon Wildlands as well. That's what I've mostly been playing.
I'm still triggered with Far Cry right now. Like, they still have not fixed the bug, and they released a new update. And John Seed still hasn't spawned for me to do the fucking mission. So
is this PC or PS4 and Xbox One as well?
It's on all systems. Because when I went to the forums,
I meant the glitch.
The glitch, yeah. PS4, same thing. What on the PS4 was happening, and I think Terry, you kind of had that problem. Was the person wasn't spawning at that mission where she had to drive the car or something while you're shooting? I can't remember.
Yeah, on Xbox.
Yeah,
on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. Yep. She wouldn't spawn correctly, so the spawn problem is across the board.
It's a Ubi game, so it's gonna have bugs.
Right. The sabotage.
It's a Ubi game.
The sabotage is real. Next up, we got Big Mike. Oh, what's up, man? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're playing, sir.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Mike here. I've been playing Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, God of War, trying to clean up the map and discover everything. What else I've been playing? There was another game I was playing. Oh, Defiance 2050. I got the beta for it, tried it. It was all right. And That's about it.
Okay, all right. I was hype about that Defiance, but
I wasn't
Terri, you
happy
said
with
that
that
shit
beta.
was
I
weak.
mean, I'm a huge Defiance fan. I love that MMO, and I played maybe an hour of that beta, and I was so disappointed. I turned that shit up and went back to Far Cry.
Damn, the hype is like diminished now.
Tell me how
like,
you really feel.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that because, like you, I am a fan of Defiance the game too. So I was looking forward to that. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it and see it. Maybe on PC is better. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to try it out.
It looked like I don't know if Terry agreed with me, but while I was playing it, it looked like a 360 game. It didn't look like a remaster.
No, I could tell that they made the graphics better, but I was really expecting them to be a lot better than what they did.
See?
So it's more
They
subtle.
did make it better. It's not no 360 quality. It's not. It's better than that. It's just, it's not where it could be.
Damn, that's hurting me right now.
I mean, Guild Wars 2 is older, and I think that game looks better. So, they Tryon Worlds is slacking.
All right.
Graphics about gameplay.
Whatever. What's up, everybody? My name is Danny. I'm the host here at the platform. And I've been playing Far Cry 5, but I've been playing, like I said, super triggered because I can't fucking complete this quest. I've also been playing, don't say anything, Mike. I've been playing some Conan Exiles and a little bit of Rust. And this mobile game, it is called... It's another Marvel like RPG. It's called Marvel's something. I can't remember what it's called. But I've been playing that since I've been, because at work I was so busy, but I still want a game, so I had to get something on my phone as well. So I've been playing that shit. All right, well, let's get right into it. I wanted to talk about...
Hold on.
Huh?
You lost a life already.
How did I lose a life?
You forgot about Tony. You didn't ask him what he's playing.
Tony already gave his intro.
Did he?
I did the intro, but
Yeah. Here we go. No, Mike. You know what's
That's
happening?
the damn light.
Mike.
Only 2 lines off of that.
The 2 lines?
Yeah, no. He is right though. I did my intro, but I did not say what game I was playing. So he is right.
All right. Well, I'll give you. Okay. Well, I'll take 1 life away, but I'll give you 1 back. Tony, I know you beat God of War, but after that, what were you playing after that?
I've been playing catch up with my comics and my TV shows. I haven't played a game in a week, man. I went so deep into God of War. I'm like, I think I'm gonna take a game break right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of weird. And then E3's coming up. This always happens to me before E3. Like I just don't want to play any games. So I probably won't be playing games for a while. There's not really much out there. Like I know Donkey Kong came out. I bought it. It's funny about Donkey Kong. I got the message from Amazon. It's like your package is coming tomorrow. I'm like,
what the fuck
did
is
I order
that?
that game? I forgot. But I'm not really in a gaming mode. Right now, I'm just focused on getting back to my comics and my TV shows, and then maybe I'll get back into the game. I know there's some stuff out there, but it's not too much craziness. Detroit's probably gonna make me stop, my gaming fast. You already know, son.
I know everybody been trying to chop it at the bit. It's like Sony, and we're gonna talk about that too. How Sony has been, they've been killing it lately. Honestly, I'm not really playing too many games right now. I'm just kind of on a little bit of a game break, Mm-hmm. All right.
I forgot about that.
That's all right. When Detroit come out, I'm gonna see that pop up. Is gonna be like Tony Polanco on Twitter talking about he's playing. Mike.
Yo, Mike, it's froze.
Yeah, Mike, your shit is at 1 frame a second. You got to upgrade the process.
All right.
He's getting throttled.
Yeah, that's what all right, but now Tony, we changed our format a little bit, so now we kind of have this round table discussion about a few topics all at one instead of separating it. So we kind of mashed it together, and it flows a little better. So our discussion, we're kind of talking God of War and single player games and things like that. But I do want to touch base on the sales of God of War. I think it was reported that it sold 3.1 million units within 3 days of release.
Yes, sir.
God, that is an amazing sales figure for like just single player games as a whole. Like, damn, that's amazing. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, Tony, because I know you're a facts guy. Like you know what I'm saying? So like, what is that true sales? Is that is that a true number or what? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it is a true number in the sense of those copies were sold. We just don't know if they were sold to actual customers. Understand? Because like when a store gets games, they are purchasing them from the company, right? So we don't really know if this is sales or ship. Either way, that's still pretty amazing. You know, you can't really take anything away from it. And you know, a couple weeks ago when the game came out, you know, because we do 2 shows, we do Throwdown, we do Throw On Your Questions. We were asked, you know, how much do you think this game's gonna sell? So your boy may be a little bit of a Nostradamus here, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm exact, but these were the numbers, right? One of our boy Brian, I'm going to start from low to high, right?
Okay.
Our boy Brian, he you know, I love Brian to death, that's my dude, but he's British, so he's a little bit cynical about shit, right? He said 2 million in the first week, right?
Okay.
Carlos, he said 2.9. I said 3.5.
You were close.
Yeah. Our boy Chris Seeley, he said 3.5 as well, and Brett said over 4 million, right? So me and Chris were pretty there, you know. But as Brian pointed out correctly, this is just the first 3 days sales, right? We could all be technically wrong. Think about it like this: if it ends up that this game actually sells 4 million, 4.5 million, then I am technically incorrect, right?
Right.
Either way, this game, you know, it's a blockbuster, and I, you know, not to sound like too crazy about it, but I think it was like foretold that it was going to be, it was going to sell this much. Think about it like this, right? Uncharted sold 2.8 million. Somebody out there could correct me if I'm wrong about that. Horizon sold 2.7 in 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be bigger than both of them. Yeah, I'm like, this got going to be bigger than both because of the hype, the reviews. Think about when a game review embargo lifts a week beforehand, you already know what's up.
Yeah,
you already know what's up. You know, most companies are like, the last time I saw something like this was with Uncharted 2, where the embargo was 3 weeks beforehand. That's how you know it was serious. So that, like, not only do you have the hype, but the game is actually genuinely a fucking I could curse on the show, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let it fly.
So the game is genuinely a masterpiece, like up and down, you know what I'm saying? So it was bound to happen, and I predict it's going to sell really well, but I don't want to throw a number in there in case I get myself in trouble. But our boy Chris, this man, he said by the end of this year, yo, get ready. I know you're all sitting down.
I'm sitting down. I got the buttons ready too. I got the buttons ready too.
This man predicts that by the end of this year, 9 million, man.
9 million.
9 million. I don't even know about that, but Chris
He needs some milk.
I mean, 9 million. Holy shit! All right.
Because think about it like this: Uncharted sold 8 million in the first year because of bundles. If this game gets bundled, it's a wrap.
Ooh.
Now, I was listening to your podcast when y'all were talking about God of War. I think it was I think it was Brett and another dude had a bet going on. They had to buy a game if it sold, you know, over $2 million, didn't it?
Yeah, it was Carlos. This is fun. I get to do a shout out. So it's Carlos, right? Carlos and Cicero Holmes from the Spawn on Me podcast, right? They had that bet going on, you know. And the bet is actually kind of cool because basically, if Carlos loses, he buys the game for one of their audience members, you know, one of their fans. And if, you know, Cicero loses, he buys the game for one of our fans. So it's kind of cool because I'm like, listen, let me be real. Cicero and Carlos have money. They don't need to other people buying games for them. So it's like, yeah, let the fans have it, you know.
Right. Well, buy me that motherfucking game, Romero. You know what I'm saying? Romero, buy me that game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Since you got it like that, pay a brother now.
Dude,
yeah.
It was like the reviews. I was hyped for the reviews and everything, and I was sitting there, you know, pestering Tony. Tony's like sitting there DMing. He goes, "Big Mike, go to bed." Because I'll give you my review when I wake up.
Yeah, it's like, damn, son. 3 a.m. It's like, yo, man, what's that review? I'm like,
really?
Like,
boy.
He's like, go to sleep, my friend.
Yeah, go to sleep, motherfucker.
Right, to see how late it is, motherfucker. Take your ass to bed. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, take your ass to bed. You'll get it at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Tony, fucking Amazon fucked me though, man. If you watched the last show, man, I did a rant, dude. Amazon fucked me like Stormy Daniels, man. Like I'm telling you, man. I know he ain't touching that one. But man, I had my pre-order ready. I didn't get a call. I go on the chat to chat with the dude, and the dude says they canceled my pre-order. And then, man, and then when I went to go get it, like just to try to get it again, sold out. Couldn't fucking get it. And everybody's playing it, and I'm like, I'm supposed to do this unboxing, and it was, dude, I was so triggered, man. Like I just could not believe it. But they saved me. My crewmates saved me. They sent me a link for Newegg, and Newegg had them, but they had them on kind of like a back order, so. They actually took my money, and I'm supposed to get it between the 6th and the 8th. So I'm definitely hyped about playing that fucking God of War.
Yo, did you get anything spoiled yet? Because these dudes are spoiling shit.
Man, I've been trying to avoid. Let me tell you something, man. The spoilers has been just unreal, but I've been avoiding it. I've been trying to avoid. Like I tried to watch Terry stream. I did a little bit. I said, but let me just jump the fuck out because I don't want shit to be spoiled, you know?
Yo, I was like, these dudes were just like naming the headlines the spoilers.
Dude,
like, yo, what are you guys doing, man?
Luckily, I have not ran into that, but I did see a post that almost spoiled some shit.
Yeah, don't go to YouTube, man. I'm telling you right now, son.
Nope, I try to avoid YouTube. I've been on World Star Hip Hop. That's the only website I've been.
Yeah. I mean, I stayed away from Twitch and YouTube until I beat the game myself. Dude, that game is woo!
I know that shit is amazing.
It's magnificent.
Terry,
I enjoyed every bit of it.
I know you've been playing it, but you've had some gripes about it. Like, I kind of wanted to pick your brain on that.
I actually went on a rant with the game the other day when I was playing it on a different channel for kids charity. I went on a rant, and it was good. And I actually had other people that were like, "Oh my God, it's a breath of fresh air." The first person I come to that isn't like, adding like flower petals to this game and like praising every little aspect of it. They were disbelieved.
So I mean, but you were triggered though. Like the little bit that I saw, you were in full triggered mode. Like I was trying to find out.
It's a good game. It's a good game. I mean, it's graphically pleasing to the eye. That has really good combat. It's just there are other aspects of the game that I think they could have did better, and they are getting a free pass on because it's God of War, and everyone is saying it's a masterpiece, 10 out of 10, and they're just overlooking things that could have been better. But it's what it is.
Yeah, do you mind if I ask what you didn't like about the game? Because I'm genuinely curious right now.
Okay.
That's why I want to pick up
like one of the things I don't like is the way that they have the crafting and like the setup for that. It's you go through you end up having to craft stuff, and most of it is just not even worth crafting. So they're just giving you a bunch of crap that's not even worth crafting, and then you have to go and upgrade the stuff, which takes even more time. So you're wasting your time crafting something to get it good when you can just wait and get something good. So it's just like the crafting system is pretty much pointless.
Yeah,
so
that's a legit criticism, and I'm just gonna say
they have a very broken system with that. So it's
I see what you're talking about.
That's just one of them, and it's just
you're not the one with that.
I hate that everyone overlooks these problems and they just go and praise the game because they love God of War so much that they're gonna give it a free pass. I mean, yes, it's a really good game. I'm proud that it's doing so well, but we should still at least acknowledge things that they have flaws. So if they decide to make another one, they don't fuck it up, and do it again. If you don't tell a developer what they did wrong, they're gonna make the same mistake twice. You can't just sit there and pat them on the back and tell them they did nothing wrong and ignore problems, because then you're gonna get those problems again and again. True. All right. So that's just
my follow-up question is, do you have that problem with other games that have crafting? Because my thing is, I don't like crafting in games, so even when I saw God of War, I'm like, this is annoying, but every game has it now. You just got to deal with it. Do you have problems with other games that have crafting?
I mean, It depends. I mean, I don't have a problem with crafting as long as it's done well and it's used. You know, don't give me a option to craft and then you don't even need to use that function. Then why even put it in the game? You're just wasting time. So, which pretty much God of War did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Hey Terry, let me ask you a question, Terry. Now with the crafting system, right? How did you feel like when you got a new rune or whatever to boost your stats, a new level? That takes away significant stats from the other.
Oh my god! I got triggered. I got triggered because I went and I got something that says that it enhances. Was it relic? I think they said relic and strength, and it took away half my strength. How are you gonna go and tell me it's gonna enhance strength if you're taking half of it away? You dumb bastards! Piss me off. I was triggered. I was so triggered. I even pulled it up on my screen and showed the whole stream. Look it. Right here in white letters, it says enhances strength. Look at all that red over there. I was pissed.
Now, isn't there a trophy for getting for maxing out your stats?
He needs some milk,
right?
So yeah, I was ticked. I was super freaking triggered, and everybody in the stream was laughing. They're like, "Wow, I can't believe they did that. That is ridiculous." So it's like, yeah. So no.
Yo, I'm still stuck at level 5, yo, because I can't upgrade anymore because every time I get a new piece of armor, whatever, it takes away mass stats, many things else. Like I don't want to get a new piece of armor, right?
It's so worthless.
My defense. I want to get a 5 points in defense, right? But yet at the expense of 12 health.
Do you ever get a different shield?
You hear this shit, Tony? What was triggered?
So far, as far as I've gotten in the game, I've been triggered that everything you get for the shield has just been cosmetic.
Shields is cosmetic. It's just to look nice.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic.
It's just bling bling.
Nope. You're gonna tell me I can, upgrade those little, toothpicks that the fucking boy is shooting, but I can't make my shield better? Fuck this game.
Shit, give me the shield right now, poison motherfuckers, yo. Once I block an attack.
Boy, all right. I was gonna ask, did anyone see Corey Balrog with his reaction to like the reviews? I don't know if anybody saw that, but he posted a video.
I did.
And when he first saw, opened up his computer and he was looking at all the reviews from all the websites, he broke down. In tears. Hell, I was a little teared up. I'm just like, because you know how difficult it is to have that type of game on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if this game sucked, like straight up sucked, his career was over. Like it was truly over. Even if people like still support God of War, like that franchise, if the game would have sucked,
man, he had the possibility of being the next Andromeda.
Yeah. Oh God, don't get me. I don't even want to get started on that shit.
Hold on. Speaking of Corey Barlog, you actually got to interview him there, Tony. How was that?
Yeah, that was dope. It was for Tribeca Games Festival last Friday. I got to interview him, Christopher Judge, Kratos.
Yep.
Jeremy Davies, he's a Balder, and Danielle. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's Freya. That was really cool, man. And I was kind of, I consider that an honor because I was only one of 3 journalists I got to do that.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, go over to geek.com. The interview's up there. Really good stuff. The only thing is, it was dope, man. But I try to keep, because everybody always asks about, like the gameplay aspect. So I'm like, okay, so this is Tribeca. It's about like the acting and all that. I focused it more on the acting aspect of it. But I did sneak in one thing about how, I wanted to ask Corey, how did he feel about living up to the legacy of the series? And he said that, it's like, he had the true writers there kept him in check. Like he would try to introduce crazy things like no, Kratos wouldn't do
fuck that shit.
You're back in there, Corey.
And then one thing, and this is what the one of the PR guys told me. I didn't put this in the read, but he said like, "Yo, that's the first time anybody's heard this story." Basically, what happened is Kratos, Christopher Judge, when he came in the first day, he put on a British accent for Kratos.
Oh.
Because this is what happened. Basically, Corey Barlog told the vocal coach, he's like, okay, we want to try to tap into what Kratos was, the legacy of it, right? And for some reason, it got misinterpreted as like this is what they sounded like in old times. So he's like, okay, they sounded English in old times. So Christopher Judge comes in. He's doing Kratos with an English accent, and Corey's like, "The fuck you doing?" Like, what the fuck you doing? It's like, yeah, get rid of that vocal coach, man. He's like, just talk to him, bro.
Could you imagine that? Bloody boy. That doesn't sound.
We going ill, we are.
Yeah, right. We go climb the ladder, we are. It's like, no. I just could not see that shit. Yeah, that was a good decision not to fucking do that. Because that would have been just like terrible.
Yeah, no. He was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I did want to talk about just with the God of War conversation. There's this conversation also about single player games, and it's kind of disproving that. I guess there was an industry theory, or somebody from the industry made a couple of comments about. I think it was Phil Spencer actually, who said Uncle Phil said that single player games don't have a lasting impact. Let me start with Big Mike. With God of War selling like this, do you think that kind of shatters that phrase or that mentality that single games can't last?
Oh, it totally. I mean, single player is still alive and fresh, man. I prefer to sit down and play a single player game over some multiplayer games. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy a multiplayer game every now and then. Just chilling with cool Cat Terri, Preston, and just shooting the shit. But I'd rather sit down, enjoy a good story, and just explore, roam, and just have fun with it, and just immerse myself, like God of War.
Yeah. Tony, I mean, you're an industry guy, man. Have you heard anybody kind of mention oh shit, they were wrong, or God of War is proving a point that single player games do matter? Have you heard anything about that? Maybe from some industry people?
Yeah, I haven't really heard too much from industry people, but I did find it interesting how the same day the game came out, because obviously Phil Spencer and a couple of Microsoft executives, they congratulated them or whatever, right? So during that same exchange, a fan came in. And he's like, "Hey, when are we gonna get games like this?" Hey, I'm just being honest. Like,
I saw that.
Like this? And Phil Spencer said, "It's like, yeah, we're working on that now." And I'm like, that's pretty interesting that Phil Spencer is saying that, considering how last year he was saying that those games don't have any kind of impact. Now, here's the thing, just to be fair, right? What he said was technically correct, right? Like a game like Overwatch is going to have longer legs than God of War, right? As much as we love God of War, no one's going to be playing this game by the end of this month. Let's just be real now. No one's going to be playing this game at the end of the month, Right. But at the same time, you can't say they don't have impact, because, yes, while a game like Overwatch is going to last longer, Fortnite, PUBG, all that other stuff is going to last a long time, and this is just my personal opinion, and I want to hear what you guys think. I think those games don't really resonate with you on creatively or emotionally as a God of War. Yes, you may not be playing God of War by the end of the month, but you're gonna remember God of War for a long time, especially game. PUBG and Overwatch. I'm not shitting on those games, obviously, but they're snacks. It tastes really good at the moment, but the flavor's gone quickly. God of War is a meal. You're full, oh man, that's good. You maybe get the itis a little bit.
Hell yeah,
remember that. So
after I beat God. It's after I beat God of War, I was like, what do I do next? I was empty inside. I was like, what am I going to do next?
It's almost like you nutted, right? And next thing you just want to call an Uber and sit at home.
You crazy.
This motherfucker, man.
Yeah. But the thing is, even now, it's the game's been out for 3 weeks, right? I'm still having conversations with my boys about it, because there's a lot of stuff in there. I'm obviously not going to spoil anything. A lot of stuff in there to unpack, especially with that ending. It's yo, what does this mean? So we're coming up with theories and stuff. So in that way, the conversation is still going, and even though no God of War game has ever done this, if we get any kind of expansion, forget about it, man. It's going to be ridiculous. I would love that,
I would love to see. Yeah. I would love to see expansion. Sorry for interrupting you. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So my point is do these games have impact? Yeah, 3.1 million people obviously believe they do have impact.
I mean, that is so true. And, if you think about it, you have to kind of include Nintendo, too. Because, their main Mario games are mainly single-player games. Legend of Zelda is definitely a single-player game. And just on the pedigree of those single-player games, when he said that, and then, you look at today's numbers like God of War, 3.1 million in 3 days, it's like, yeah, there's an impact, and people, like you said, Tony, they kind of digest everything like a giant meal. It's like they have their sides, they got their main, and when they take it all in, it's like that, it's like experience that you remember. That's what you take away from it. And, a lot of multiplayer games, you're right. It's just like I get in, I frag a couple of dudes and shit. It's fun while it lasted. And then, I'm on to the next one, But,
yeah, the word I was looking for before I lost a little bit was resonate. Single player games resonate with people more. The multiplayer games don't really resonate as much because it's a different type of thing. You're going in there like I said, it's just a snack. It's just Doritos,
Right.
With Mountain Dew, too.
Yeah,
man.
And God of War is like that motherfucking steak with the potatoes on the side. You get the sweet tea.
And dessert too.
Yeah, dessert too. You get the cheesecake with Snickers on top. Shit.
Yep. and then they bring you the hot towel when you're done.
Like beforehand, like damn, that was good.
It was just interesting to me that, because that conversation is still kind of around, especially after he replied to that guy on Twitter, Phil Spencer did. That conversation came back up because it was just like, okay, Phil, you're seeing what everybody else was saying, which is don't put all your eggs in multiplayer games. You know what I'm saying? Those games those are grab and go. You need to invest in content that has story. You need to have something that, like you said, resonates with people, that has that lasting impression. Like, wow, I remember when I first played, the first one of this series. It was, such an amazing thing. And then, they revitalized it, by the third one. And, this is the single player games I'm talking about. And that's kind of where that conversation is. And it's Xbox is having that problem. And they're actually having a real problem right now. And that leads me into this our other topic here, which is PlayStation is truly setting like that standard for like single player games. Like these games that are story focused. They're more of a controlled situation. It's not like a multiplayer free for all. All these games they have, all these exclusives that they have. Is that a true statement? Because I think who said that? That was. I'm trying to think of his name. He's the former Xbox guy, the one that left and joined that mobile company. The one that said, if you don't have internet, Xbox 360 is your game.
Oh, Matrick?
Yeah, Don Matrick.
Yeah, our boy Don Matrick.
Yeah, Matrick. He was saying that he was actually surprised that, how long PlayStation's been setting the standard for just like single player experiences, just the Sony brand. What do you think about that, Terry? Like, is that when you bought like a PlayStation? Is that what your main focus was, to get those single player experiences?
Almost every game I play is single player. I'm not big on multiplayer, and I play more on my PC and Xbox than I do my PS4. The only time I ever use my PS4 is if they have an exclusive title. That's about it. It's just my exclusive machine. Otherwise, I don't even touch it. So I don't. There are plenty of single-player games out there that are multi-plat that you don't. So it's not going to hurt Xbox any because they're going to get those anyways. There's a lot of big titles, that they're going to get that everyone's going to have. So it's not going to be an issue. But only issue Xbox has is when it comes to the exclusive side. That's about it. Sony Sony has way more exclusive and new IPs than Xbox does, hands down. That's fine. But when it comes to the single-player games, most of your big title games outside of your exclusive ones are multi-plat anyway, so they're going to get a piece of that pie anyway. Like, I already pre-ordered the new... I can't even think.
Is it Red
Shadow
Dead?
of the Tomb Raider, I'm sorry.
Oh, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, okay.
I pre-ordered Shadow of the Tomb Raider, single-player game, multi-plat, but guess what? Xbox. They're going to get that money. Anytime Bethesda comes out with a game, they're usually single player. Guess what? I'm gonna get it on Xbox. So I mean, they're not gonna hurt when it comes to that stuff. It's only the exclusive side, like God of War. Xbox people aren't gonna get that, you know. But who cares? There's still plenty of other multi-plat single player games they can enjoy, regardless if it's PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. So,
what do you think of that, Tony? Like, do you think Don Matrick is making a point? Like, do you think that's a valid point, or is it more so, okay, yeah, they have some exclusives that are different than what you can't get on Xbox, and the spotlight is just focused on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to change that stating there. He says they're setting a standard. They've been setting the standard. Let's just be honest here. Like, pretty much since last gen, like, you know, a lot of people forget, Uncharted 2 really changed the game in the industry. Like, every game started being like Uncharted 2 after that game dropped. So Sony's been doing that. They've been setting the standard, and they keep now. But it is interesting because now they have their own kind of formula. You notice that even God of War, right? You have your main character, you have the side character. They do the banner stuff. There's some heaviness going on and stuff. There's some kind of cooperative thing going on too between them, even if you don't have another character. So Sony is developing a sort of formula, or if they haven't already, but they've definitely been setting the standard for a while. But obviously they're not the only ones. Not so much nowadays, but you know, BioWare was setting a standard. You know, I think Sony and BioWare were the big ones. Obviously BioWare not anymore after Andromeda. I'm not even trying to but yeah, Sony definitely is doing it. Like, if you want those really big, powerful, resonant single player experiences, man, yeah, Sony's where it's at, man. I think that's why most people flock to them. That's why I fuck with Sony. You know, like, those are the kind of games I like. Multiplayer is cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't really like those kind of games. I like my single player games, and Sony's bringing them. And I'm not even just talking about the big super AAA ones. I'm talking about stuff like Yakuza 2 and Nier and Gravity Rush, you know, dope stuff. Persona, like, yeah, you can't stop, man. It's like, there's so much good stuff. And the thing is about single player games, it's not just one type of genre. It's not just action adventure. It could be RPGs. It could be this, that, or the other thing. You know, it's great, man. Sony is definitely dominating in that regard. You know,
for sure. You know that, and I kind of was thinking about that in like a Nintendo space too, because I'm like, you know, is Nintendo kind of like where Sony is right now? And I'm like, maybe not so much of the spotlight, but I mean, Mario did steal it for a little bit.
Here's the thing about Nintendo, if you don't mind me interjecting.
Go ahead.
They're dominating single players in a different way. Right?
Yeah.
Like, their games aren't exactly story based. They're more about just the pure mechanics of playing and stuff. Like Breath of the Wild, like story wise, whatever, right? But it was fun to play, fun to explore. Mario, it's very fun to play, right? So they're both doing single players in a different way. Like, Nintendo's doing single player. The thing they dominate is pretty much like the gameplay, the mechanics. Sony, the narrative, right? So they're both taking up two different spaces. And of course, the question is, where does Microsoft fit into that? Because their whole thing now is like games as a service. They've tried single player games, but nobody seems to be buying them. I'm talking about Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive, games which I really enjoyed myself, but which didn't seem to really click with the community. And it's interesting because I do feel Microsoft can make a niche within single player games. They just need to find their own specific kind. I just don't know which one it's going to be, but certainly Nintendo and Sony have found their certain niches.
For sure. I mean, because when I was thinking about this, I'm like, it's hard to talk about Sony's like single player efforts and then just not include Nintendo, because it's like, when you think about it, they all, Sony and Nintendo has kind of been dominating with like awards, and like this game is getting this award, and this game is getting that award. It's the single player experience. It's not like PUBG has won anything. It's not like Fortnite really has won anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you hear these spaces of like, okay, yeah, single player is really killing it right now as far as just the player fan base in there, and they're adopting these games and spending money on these games. I mean, Breath of the Wild did quite well. Super Mario Odyssey did like amazingly well. And then, you flip back to God of War and you think, fuck, 3.1 in 3 days? Shit, people wanted it. This is what people kind of crave. They crave that experience that's like it's a complete experience. It's not something that you just kind of go back and forth for.
I do want to add that Breath of the Wild, is still on NPDs a year later.
Yeah,
it hasn't left.
Damn.
It hasn't left.
Yeah, and I think God of War is going to be like that too. You said what?
Speaking of that, I mean, as I said, speaking of that, I mean, there's people out there, no hate against Xbox, trading their Xboxes into upgrading to PlayStation so they can jump to God of War, dude.
Well, I mean, that's because shit, it's expensive, and it's like,
and plus, we got what's going on, Akeyles. Welcome to the podcast. Give us your intro and tell us what you're playing, real quick.
Oh,
what's
shit.
up? What's up?
I was about to hit him with that.
You can know that one, and that one is Akeyles. What's good?
What's up, man? What you playing?
Oh, what I've been playing, besides God of War, a little Far Cry, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and I think that's about it for this week.
All right,
Nice.
all right. Well, look, since you're here, let me get your take on this. So, like, PlayStation setting the industry standard for like single player games. Does that sound like a true statement for you?
Setting the industry, it's setting a standard, I guess. I wouldn't say for single player, just I'm not multi-class, but exclusives, like really hardcore exclusives. It's just a market that we need. Like we're not getting anything from Xbox. That's why not a lot of people are talking about it. But as soon as Nintendo or Sony drops any kind of exclusive, people are just picking it up. It's just because that's what they want. They want something that they can only get on that one system, and for it to be good and not half-assed or not buggy and waiting for the cloud power or anything like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that is the thing, like when they drop something like that, like a God of War or Last of Us or something like that, it is like pure quality. You look at Nintendo and you look at Super Mario Odyssey, and it's like, look how many awards it has already won, and it's a single player experience. I mean, they claim it's 2-player, but it's like the second player controls the dot or some shit. I don't know what the multiplayer is, but these are single player experiences. I mean, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild wins to hell of shit, and like Tony said, it's still on MPD right now, and still going strong. People are still copping it and shit. People bought the Switch for it. When they heard Legend of Zelda was coming out, they bought that. Same thing with God of War. Like, I'm interested to see what the systems movements were, like actual units for those PlayStation 4 units. I want to know what those numbers are. Do you know, Tony? Have you heard anything like about the actual PlayStation 4 moving units because of God of War?
That we don't know yet. We don't know that.
Because I don't think there was any numbers released on that, but it would be very interesting to see like what type of damage this game has done. Because if it's already at, it's probably way more than 3 now. What is it? It's probably like 5-6 million now. If that was the same trajectory they predicted from those 3 days that it debuted, I'm thinking, okay, those units probably were new consoles purchased, just for that game. That is just an amazing feat, and I'm loving it right now because I'm just like everyone else. I love single player experiences. I love that meaty experience that it has that story and it brings emotion out and it makes you want to fucking beat it. Like there's an ending to it. So I'm super hype about my PlayStation coming. Like I'm super hype. I'm broke. They took the money, they took it today. When I looked at my motherfucking account, that shit was like 0.03. I'm like, they took the money, but it had to be done.
You're already into like Fortnite, aren't you?
You said what? You said what?
I said you're already dancing like Fortnite when they took your money, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm about to get ready to play it, but I'm trying to avoid all spoilers because, it is out there pretty fucking bad with these spoilers, so I'm trying to avoid it.
I want to hear you beat it, though.
I'm going to beat that motherfucker. I beat every God of War. Every one I get, I beat.
You got to stream that for us.
You said what?
Are you going to stream it for us?
Stream it. I don't know. I don't have an Elgato, so and I don't want to just stream off the PS.
Remote play. It's not as fun, but it works.
Remote play works for real. Oh,
when my tower was getting repaired, I just used remote play on my laptop, so that way I could still stream from the PS4.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. All right.
You know, if you do thing, you do your unboxing, right? And you do an endless stream to you.
I'm not doing the unboxing. It's already past that point. You know what I'm saying? Like the unboxings have been unboxed already, so it's past that point. But I definitely will stream it though. Shit. By the time I stream it, everybody already watched the shit. Okay, now what I wanted to kind of do was shift gears on another game that is pretty hype right now, and that's Red Dead Redemption 2. They dropped the new trailer for the game. I think it's like 2 minutes long, and it's kind of showing like little tidbits here and there, what you can expect from the game. And when I tell you that my hype meter is like no other, like I love Red Dead Redemption. And that was literally like, it made me like Western, because I never really was a fan of like the Western genre. I always thought it was a little too bit, a little bit too racist for me. But playing that, because you remember it wasn't good for us back in the day. So I was just I wasn't really feeling it at first. But when I played Red Dead Redemption, I fell in love with that genre. So I kind of wanted to get you guys kind of reactions on the trailer. Tony, have you checked the trailer out for the new Red Dead Redemption?
Oh yeah, man! I was ready for that one, son. I was ready, especially I was ready, especially because of the fact I have to report on it too, right? But I actually, there's some kind of interesting about it, but I'll get to that later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought it was great. But even though there wasn't much in the way of gameplay,
it wasn't a lot.
I'm hyped for it. Yeah, there was none, basically. but it was dope, man. I'm ready for it. Like it, just like you, minus the whole racism thing, which I didn't think about, but I think you're right. I was never really into westerns because I'm. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Like I like ancient stuff, but I don't like medieval or Western stuff. It's like too low technology for me. But I like ancient stuff for some weird reason. But I am more of a sci-fi guy. But never really cared for Westerns. But with the first game, Red Dead Redemption, not Red Dead Revolver. I know somebody's gonna come at me.
Right?
Red Dead Revolver. I know. Get off my back. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption was dope because it was just basically GTA and fucking cowboy times. It was great. So this is going to be more of the same, and it's a prequel too, which sets some stuff up. Now, here's the thing I want to say. You guys will probably find this funny. I watched this whole trailer looking for John Marston, right?
Yeah.
Get to the end of it, and I'm like, where the fuck is John Marston, right? One of my boys like, yo, you saw John Marston? I'm like, where was he? He puts me to the timestamp. This man was right in your fucking face, and I missed it.
Really? I got to rewatch that shit. I gotta rewatch that shit. What?
Yeah, okay. I think it's a minute 40. You see a guy. He's like, it looks like they're about to kill him, right? He has scars on his face, but they're like freshly stitched. I'm like, oh shit, that's him.
Oh shit.
And then when I watched the trailer again, if you see like a prostitute in there, that's his wife. Remember, she used to be a prostitute.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So this is like a real prequel. And then obviously the whole game. I mean, this was known from the first one that it's a Dutch's gang. Remember Dutch? You kill him in the first game. So I'm like, oh, this is dope. And I'm pretty sure that gang's gonna have a couple of the other guys you kill in the first game too. So yeah, man. But when I'm really ready for it, I'm pretty sure you guys know what's up. This summer, you're probably gonna get these. In Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar has created a living world.
That's what I'm waiting on right there. That's how the trailer always starts. That's how you know you about to get hella gameplay. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like I was little to the point where that's coming this summer, man. Shoot varmints with your gun.
Right. They set a new standard for open world games. When I was playing God of War, and right now God of War is my game of the year. But even when I said, I'm like, yo, watch out for Red Dead. Watch out for Red Dead, son. I'm telling you, man. Because what they did with 5, like GTA 5, and like how they're getting like player interactions and shit.
Speaking about games that never leave NPD.
That's true. Grand Theft Auto 5 still on there. It's still on there.
Did you guys hear this? Like GTA 5 is the best-selling entertainment anything.
Yeah, and property. Yeah,
everything, son.
It is.
It made like
This
what,
is
like
serious.
50 billion or some shit like that, or what is it, like some astronomical number? Like it's just like
Yeah, more
Yeah,
than Mayweather.
90 million copies. The Beatles didn't sell that many. You know?
90 million copies at $50 to $60 a piece. That
Yeah, because they never dropped the price.
yeah, they never drop. They don't never put that shit on sale. Like I was on Steam the other day, and I'm looking. I'm like, damn, that shit's still $59.99. That and Skyrim.
I bought,
Yo, and not to get too off track, but I need to ask the panel this, right? How many copies do you have of GTA 5? I own 3.
I actually only got one copy. I have the Steam version.
Okay.
How many you got?
Two. One for 360 and then one for PC.
Ooh, you had the 360 version. You had the one without grass. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have one copy.
I only have one.
One copy? Okay. All right.
Okay, you guys are good because on my panel, son,
You had 8 copies apiece?
Because what happened is because it came out on last gen, right? We came out on last gen, then it came out on PS4, and then it came out on PC. It's like, all right, just keep buying them. And I'll tell you this, my theory, bringing it back to Red Dead, right? The game is not coming out on PC, right? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna release that joint on PC. And
It's
you're
gonna
buy that shit again.
I tried to, because me and Big Mike were arguing about this, but I don't think so. I'm like, dude, let me tell you something.
They're not leased.
They are releasing. What's going to happen is they're going to announce the Red Dead Redemption HD, remake or HD remaster.
No,
I'm telling you, that they're going to make that money. There's no way. As good as Grand Theft Auto sold on PC, like it sold so well. Like you hear these people talk about the pirates. They're just going to steal the game and shit. Honestly, Grand Theft Auto is one of the few games that actually fucking sells. Like, you look at PC sales and you're like, holy shit, it's like same as the console sales. Like millions and millions and millions of copies sold. And there's no way that they would miss that money this time. I mean, they kind of fucked up with Red Dead Redemption, but there's no fucking way they're missing that money.
So you go buy it twice, right?
I'm not getting it first on PlayStation. I'm waiting. I'm gonna have God of War only until I hear otherwise.
I said, why you get it on PlayStation? Then once they say PC, then get it on PC.
I'm not getting it on PlayStation. I'm getting it on PC, and that's because I'm making a statement. It's a statement I'm making. It's like I refuse.
Man, you're gonna back off that statement a week, son.
As soon as that shit releases, like I'm streaming it on my PS4. That shit ain't going down.
He's gonna see me streaming like, damn, I should have gone for PlayStation 4.
No,
sitting here clicking.
Let me tell you something. As a PC gamer, you become patient. You ask any PC gamer on this panel, and they'll tell you. Patience is a motherfucking virtue.
Edition.
Whatever. Fuck Eugene. You know what I'm saying? We're talking real truths.
It's all good, man. It's a lot of fun, man.
But like I said, I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait it out. I know it sounds like I'm lying like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I'm.
I'll admit I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it day one. I'll wait for bargain sale.
Well, you said you don't like this shit anyway. You said you didn't like the first one.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll wait for a bargain sale because I'm not a big fan of Red Dead.
How can you say that? You hear this shit?
Then why get it at all?
Right? Are you hearing this shit, Tony?
Why get it at all?
Just to play it.
Just to play it.
Give it a chance, second chances.
I mean, I hate Smite. You don't see me playing it just to play it.
Right.
I play Smite also. I'm not the greatest at Smite. It's not my favorite game, but I'll play it with my friends.
I just cannot believe it.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't see buying a game that you don't like or care for. It just doesn't seem like there's a point to that.
Well, see me like right now. I bought GTA 5 for PS4 to play with Preston. I didn't do the story at all. We just go on the multiplayer and fuck around. We'll run each other over and shit like that.
Really?
Sometimes
you like
a second chance. Like you look at Rainbow Six Siege. If you played it at the beginning, you probably hated it. But like if you play it now, you're probably, oh shit, this is a new game.
Yeah, it's a whole new game. Siege is amazing, man.
I loved it since the beginning, though.
I've been playing Siege and Checkbox with Terry.
Say that you like Siege, but you didn't like Red Dead Redemption. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm like,
like I said, when I played GTA 5 with Preston, we just, we'll We just play a multiplayer. We run each other over, have shootouts, and shoot each other. We don't go do missions or anything. We just fuck around.
You don't like open world games like that? Is that what it is?
No, we just go fuck around, just have fun.
It's interesting.
You can go do that in Sea of Thieves.
Exactly. Yeah, what I'm saying. Oh, don't get.
Who the hell's playing Sea of Thieves though? Come on now.
Doesn't matter. You're just gonna go shoot each other and F around. I mean, you can do that in Sea of Thieves.
Tony, you don't have
And it's cheaper.
you don't have 1,500 hours of Sea of Thieves yet?
Nah, man, yo, I played like 5-6 hours of that. That's all I needed.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, I canceled Game Pass and Xbox Live yesterday too. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
We all played. I think we put in like 2-3 hours, and it was like.
Nah, don't say we all.
I played the game, I think, 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times I played it.
Kelly's like, don't believe in your hot mess.
Me into that shit.
Right, that shit. Whatever, motherfucker, you played it. You know what I'm saying? Just admit it. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you ain't never played it.
It was a waste of download space.
You never played it.
Tell me how it was there, Achilles. Remember, you said you were watching the stream one night and you fell asleep watching.
Downloaded, but yeah, I fell asleep watching the stream. I had, had my little pillow here. Just
Yo, that should come with every copy of the game, son.
Squid arms.
I ain't lying.
You can't get the body.
It's just squid arms.
Shit. It's no lie, man. That game should have been free to play.
Should it? I don't know. It just needed shit to do. Like
It's still bare bones. It's still bare bones.
I needed to kill more than skeletons. I think that's what it was. It just felt like there was nothing there. Like, okay, I love playing with my friends, but then it's like, what is there to do? Like,
come on. Like even Tony said, 3-4 hours, you've done everything. And you're like, okay, what am I doing now? You're doing the same shit. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Repeat. Rinse it. Repeat. Rinse it out. Repeat. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling it. But I don't think I'm gonna have that problem with Red Dead though. Now that has multiplayer. I think. Red Dead. First one had multiplayer.
I still have my Game Pass, and I still have my Game Pass. So I got going for State of Decay 2. We'll see how that's going to turn out.
I got rid of my Game Pass.
It starts this month. State of Decay. Yeah, State of Decay 2.
I definitely love the first one. So but I'm gonna get it on #PC. You know what I'm saying? So I'm confident on there, but definitely State of Decay for sure. If it's like the first one, I'll be happy as long as they don't make it too.
I think Tony reported on it also, that whole tethering system. I don't know. What, we back in 1990?
So
that was kind of ridiculous.
What I mean, really though, it's really a tethering system. Like what?
Yes. Yeah. If you play with co-op, you can't leave your host. You can't go search other places while you're with your host.
There are games that still do that though.
That's retarded though. This is a survival game.
So hold on. So if we're all playing, you can't like go into another building or something. You get desynced or something.
Yeah. You got to be like with your host. If you like go too far away, you get synced back up your host.
I think there's a message saying,
what?
Get closer to your host or you will be teleported.
Far Cry does it too. Far Cry has the tethering. Freaking Ark has tethering.
I mean, just because they have it doesn't mean it's good.
I'm not saying it's good, but you can't say it's like 1990 when literally Far Cry 5 does it.
Wait, hold on, but Far Cry 5 though. Wait, so if you're playing multiplayer, if you go too far from the main person, it warps you back?
Yeah. So if you were planning to play like with 4 people and you said, "Hey, you 2 hit that house and we're gonna hit the other house," you can't do that. You can flank around the building.
Why the fuck even
you can flank around the building, but that's about it.
What?
Your face explains it all, Danny. You're like salty.
Well, look, here's the thing, though. Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I probably won't be playing State of Decay multiplayer anywhere because because the first one I didn't really. There was no multiplayer in the first one anyway, so it's not something that I'm looking forward to in State of Decay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that and your progress doesn't build when you're playing. Like, if you go to someone else's game, you build up the progress there, but when you go back, you don't have.
That's like Far Cry 5. I read about that about Far Cry 5 as well. Yeah, same shit. You can join the game, but you don't really get any progress. I don't know.
Well, that's fine to me. That's okay with me right there. I didn't care about that because Dying Light did that. Me and Terry, we did like a whole stream of Dying Light on co-op. I didn't gain the progress, but I got like the trophies for beating the game and everything. But yeah, on that, that's fine with me. I don't care.
I'm hyped still. Fuck you, Mike. I'm still hype on that shit. You're not gonna take my hype away. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking my hype away, man. I'm still hype on that shit. I want to go open topics, but I don't know if you guys have anything you kind of want to talk about. Is there anything that I missed that you want to touch base on?
Let's talk about Avengers.
I don't want to.
Is Preston doing a show for that?
Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to do movie stuff.
Preston, I don't think Preston is, but I mean, Akeyles is going to be doing later on his stream.
I mean, if the podcast, if the platform isn't having a movie stream for it, then fine. But otherwise, I wouldn't touch it if he plans on doing one for it.
Do we know for sure that he's not doing it?
It's really hard to talk about that movie without like doing a spoiler.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like anything you talk about.
I just want to like talk about sales and stuff. I didn't care about like showing the story out there.
All right, well we can talk about that. Okay, so now it's what? One of the highest grossing openings, right?
It's up to $100 million. In 7 days. That's crazy.
Damn. Oh shit! Okay, I mean, I guess everybody wanted to fucking see it. I mean, like I won tickets from my job, and I didn't really pay to go see it, but my job paid, so they still got the money. But
I didn't go see it. I went and saw Rampage instead, and I loved it.
Really? I can't believe you actually love Rampage. What?
That movie's good.
Wow, my mind is like.
Seen it?
I heard it was fun, but I heard it was fun.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Well,
Joel was on the edge of his seat the whole damn time. I thought he was going to fall off.
So you chose Rampage over Avengers?
Yes, I did.
Well, you got to think. She's not a big Marvel fan.
No, I'm not a big Marvel fan. If it was a Spider-Man movie, I would have been there, but no. Otherwise, nah.
Did you see it, Tony? You see Avengers?
But Spider-Man's in it, though, Terry.
I don't want Spider-Man in the movie. I want Spider-Man to be the movie.
It would have been too much.
Tony, did you see it? Did you pay for it?
I can't freaking. No, never mind. I can't stand Iron Man. I think he's a doofus. I can't stand that arrogant bastard.
Tony, did you go see it?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my homegirl Dana. She works for the Coalition, and she got invited to the movie, for press screening, and I was her +1. So I saw it on the Monday it came out. So it was pretty dope, man. And I'm a huge Marvel fan since like forever, basically. Love the whole cinematic universe. Fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say it right now. Marvel Studios is the best studios out there because they haven't made a flop yet. Every movie, even the crappier ones like Iron Man 2 and 3, even those are still better than most of the shit out there. DC, I'm looking at you, yeah. I'm not going to get too much into like spoiler stuff, obviously, because, you guys are going to have a podcast. But yeah, I'm not surprised by any of this. This is the movie. Think about it like this. Let's go back. Avengers 1, right? That movie was so hyped because it brought characters from 5 movies into 1, right? This shit was the same thing, but just expanded. It's like characters from 19 movies in 1. Oh, man. And if you're a comic book guy, like I am, like this is the shit you've been waiting for your entire life. I remember I was a kid in like the early 90s. Like imagine, imagine if we had movies that are as good as these books. Now we're getting them.
Yeah.
Now we're getting them. Yep. So I will always be there to support these movies, man. It's fucking amazing. I wish DC were putting out better stuff, but
I would love to see DC put out some shit.
Is the shit like and it's funny too because the same week that it was the separated by week. It was like we got God of War, and then fucking Infinity Wars. Like, this is the best time to be a nerd.
I know it is.
This is what we wanted, man. It's great. But yeah, 800 million, you said? I'm not surprised by that. This thing's gonna clean house, man. I can't my only complaint about this movie is I have to wait a next one.
Right.
This shit was beautiful, man.
Next year you're getting Captain Marvel and plus the Avengers.
Man,
damn.
I can't wait. And we got Ant-Man coming soon.
Yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp, right?
Ant-Man 2 is like this month, and so's Deadpool 2.
Deadpool is my shit, man. I love Deadpool, dude. Like, I swear to God, man, Deadpool was better than Civil War. When those movies came out at the same time, I was like, I watched Civil War, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is a good movie and shit. But when I watched Deadpool had me rolling. Plus, it was like Deadpool, you know? What the fuck? Like, it was him. Like,
Deadpool was funny. I liked it.
Yeah.
So you going to see Deadpool 2 day one?
Nope.
I know, Terry hates fucking Deadpool. Terry hates Deadpool.
She'll like Deadpool. That's why I asked her. She'll like Deadpool. She said he's annoying.
Deadpool's the shit. You know what I'm saying? When he's listening to fucking some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he's breaking the fourth wall, I love that shit. Actually, I think, you know, honestly, I'm as being a fan of Deadpool's for so long, I think really that is his power. Like, I think he can manipulate his kind of like his space to kind of pull you into his insanity. I think that's part of his powers. I think that's why, you know, whenever he goes into his shit, it actually manifests. You know, I think that is part of his power, and it's just one of those hidden things that they never talk about. I know it sounds like I just like overanalyze the shit, but I mean, it's just I'm a huge fan of Deadpool. I love that first movie. I cannot fucking wait to that next one because I think Cable is in it, right?
Yeah, it's got Cable in it and
Domino.
The girl. Yeah, Domino.
Yeah, Domino. Yep, and
I think they also said X-Force will be in it.
Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus.
And then they got someone's dad or something, right? Like, who was that dude? I guess this is the X-Force, but there's like a regular dude who joined the team. He has no powers. He doesn't even have like
talking about the taxi dude.
No. When during the trailer, he was talking about the recruits for the X-Force, and one of them is literally a regular dude. He actually posted the job on LinkedIn to be part of X-Force, and somebody replied to the LinkedIn post, and he just straight up joined X-Force. He's not even like a fucking superhero, so I literally cannot wait. Like, my nipples are hard thinking about Deadpool right now. I gotta fucking see it. So anything else? I know I don't want to get too deep into movies. What'd you say?
And I think this month is also the new Star Wars movie.
Is it? Damn, another one? Which one is this one?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's the Solo movie.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Oh, Han Solo. Okay.
Like I said, this is Nerd Month, Nerd and Geek Month right here, dude.
Holy shit! Han Solo shit is already coming out. Like, damn! Like,
why don't we discuss? Because I know Mike's been playing it. Why don't we discuss the Detroit demo that he's been playing?
Now the demo released a few days ago. Is it still up for people to get?
Yeah, you can still download the demo right now if you want to. When you're pro there, Danny.
Yeah, that'll be something I'll get. Yeah, I'll get that on that. Yeah.
It's the hostage situation, like you saw on E3, and there's 6 different endings. I've only done 2 of the endings. I didn't want to go all the way into, to see the endings because I still want to be hyped for the game when I play it.
That game looks so fucking good. Like, I love how the flow of choices are made. I was watching a lot of like Twitch streams on it, and I just like the flow of how those choices are. It's kind of like all within the action. Those choices are. Tony, have you had a chance? I know you get early plays on that shit. Like, have you had a chance to really get your hands on that Detroit?
Detroit. I played it at a PSX last year. The same demo you guys play now. I'm gonna give you what I got as the ending. It was pretty interesting because obviously you're there trying to save the little girl and stuff. So I'm talking to this dude. I thought it was going well, right? But then I said something, I slipped up, and my man flipped. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna get interesting. What I do? He's about to pop her, right? So I had my guy run at him full speed, right? And he pushes him and the robot off the building, right? But as all three of them are falling, I push the little girl onto the balcony, right? So the demo ends as I'm falling to my death, and it goes, mission successful. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I died, but I saved the little girl.
Yeah, I scratched my head on that ending also. That was the first thing I got. I was like, huh? That was successful.
Well, you saved the little girl. Shit. Yeah, I think that was the point.
Yeah, that's the mission. I saved the little girl. But yeah, it's dope, man. I love Quantic Dreams, man. I like really liked. Okay, Beyond Two Souls was cool, but I really loved Heavy Rain. That was deep. Not too enamored with the ending of that one. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't played, but those are really unique games. I love that stuff. Very narrative-driven. I love the fact that even though it's QTE, if you fuck up, okay, the scenario just changes. It doesn't just game over. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Yeah. It doesn't just repeat. Yeah. It just, the flow continues. It's like, oh, you fucked up, which means different shit. Different shit about to happen.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be really special, man. It's going to be really good.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll probably get that demo once I get my PS4. Download the demo and play it.
Yeah, by the way, I just want to quickly apologize if I was a little distracted. My boy Riku-san, when he's doing a little something special for Throwdown now, he's never played Final Fantasy VII ever, right?
Wow.
So for the next couple of weeks, he's going to stream the entire game on our platform.
Oh, shit.
I'll jump in. I'll watch that.
Yeah, so while you guys were talking, I was like tweeting out and stuff. And Riku, just so you guys who don't know, because Throwdown's been around forever. Even in this current incarnation, it's just the latest one. Like, we started 6 years ago, and he was one of the original guys on the episode. So even though he's not on the show anymore, the door is always open to him. And when he asked us, like, hey, can we do this? I'm like, hell yeah, dude, do it. It's going to be awesome. And he's funny too, which makes it even better.
His first time going through it, he's going to... There's going to be some shit that's triggering him, and he's going to get emotional, too, because there's some parts of it
man.
It's like, I don't want to spoil it who hasn't played it. Wow. Right. But I don't want to spoil it. But, there's some deaths and things like that kind of fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I think it's in our gaming group that someone posted that it entered into the Hall of Fame of gaming. That, and it was another game, Tomb Raider, I think. The old Tomb Raider.
Really?
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I love the old Tomb Raider, man. Like, I played the first Tomb Raider. I bought that on Sega Saturn, right? I played the hell out of that game. And the thing is, the Sega Saturn never got the sequels like the PlayStation did. So I legit played that one game for like 4 years, man. Like, it was serious, man.
I actually played it on PC, and it was, of course, had the mods and everything. But yeah.
Oh man, I know about those mods. Man.
Remember the first set of mods?
You played her naked. Go ahead, admit you played her naked, didn't you?
Actually, I played with the bigger titty mod. I didn't play with I couldn't get the naked mod. I couldn't. I know, but it was like because I couldn't get the naked one to work. It was like no matter how many times I extracted that motherfucker, I just could not get that shit to work. But the titty one was easy. It was just like drag and drop. It was just like I unzip that motherfucker, broop, cut the game on. Titties were like bigger than the screen and shit.
You're dirty, man. You're
Terry like hell no.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna leave it on.
Peach.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that. Now, Tony,
Mike, you can't even talk. You probably got like 80 hours in Peach Beach.
Have you ever heard of Peach Beach? Have you ever heard of Peach Beach, Tony? You know what that is?
I thought it was 200.
I don't know what it is. It's a Princess Peach.
No, it's literally these 15-year-old girls playing like wet T-shirt contests. They got water guns.
Right, hold on.
It's like a water gun.
15-year-olds with gigantic titties, like
hentai type game. It's snap.
Mike got 80 hours in that bitch.
Wow.
You ever hear Senran Kangora?
Yeah, I know that.
That's what this is. That's what it is. It's Senran Kangora.
Yeah, Peach Beach, but it's literally water gun fights, and they get wet T-shirts.
It's basically Overwatch. It's basically Overwatch with water guns.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that, like when the girls are like reloading their guns, like they're jerking. Yeah. I'm like,
this motherfucker was playing the fuck out of that. Like he was enjoying it. Like
it was wasn't. I ain't gonna lie.
This dude playing, he breathing hard and shit. He like,
Yeah, I wasn't doing that.
yeah, he was.
Dude, man, you were a fan girl.
He's
Yeah,
sweat
he was
dripping.
fangirling over there. He was sitting there drooling at the mouth. Then he was.
I left the stream. I was like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
You guys are wild, man.
I said, Mike, after you play this, I need to check your computer.
You like the special locker room scenes. That's why you kept playing it. You want to get to that locker room scene.
Locker room scene, you just like play with titties. Like that's all you do.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just literally all you do. You put the hand up there and you go boing boing, and then it's like
they had a long battle that they just can't.
The Japanese, man, the Japanese. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's what it is.
You know,
and they just added VR. And they just added VR moment to it. Also, I want to try it on VR.
You know he wants to try it in VR.
Try it on VR.
And he's gonna forget that he got his camera on. His shirt's gonna be off. We're gonna see his Super Mario nipples and shit. We already know what's happening.
Sticky controllers and everything.
That's just fucked up. Look, Tony, like,
have you seen some of the VR stuff they got over there though? It's like you got the headset, you even got like an apparatus you put by your dick.
Hell yeah, I saw all of that shit. I saw that shit.
They brought that to E3 one year, and there was this huge line for it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
no way!
Everybody was in a line to either play this game or watch other people play this game.
Danny be the first in line to do that.
I'm not first in line. Look,
that'd be you, Mike.
You know that's Mike. Mike is there instantly.
I'm telling you right now, like the instant porno, it becomes viable on VR.
Could you imagine that Overwatch porn in VR?
They already have VR.
No, I'm talking about like, okay, because VR is there, but it's like okay. I'm talking about like mainstream is gonna blow up just like VHSs did, so as they get like actual real porno on that. I'm telling you right now.
The moment PlayStation says Pornhub is now supported.
Oh God.
Could you imagine that? You go to
right now with this podcast.
I know. Listen, look, Tony. Here's the rails. This is where we're at.
Xbox better get that deal first so they can compete with Sony.
The Xbox. That's what it'd be called. It'd be the Xbox.
Oh man, app. Now Sony would be hurting at that point. Once Xbox gets porn exclusives,
it's like
done.
You could use your Game Pass to get Sexbox. The Sexbox 69, like, this app is fucked up.
Where are we going right now, son?
That's what happens when you open topics up. You get it's open, you know. And Tony, like, I'm leery as fuck right now. Hold on, I think we all kind of earned this one right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Fuck it.
You
know it's bad when Terry actually participates in that conversation. Oh shit!
That shit is funny.
That's just
well, since we're talking about bouncing titties, did anybody see the new Soul Calibur character?
Nope, I haven't seen her yet.
No, okay, so it's a new titty character outside of Ivy. Who is it?
No, it's Taki. They released the trailer for Taki. If you remember her with the blades.
Yeah, I remember Taki. So Taki bouncy now.
She a little extra fluffy.
There's no comment from Akeyles on that. He's just like, made it instantly uncomfortable.
Well, he's smiling. Akeyles he enjoyed the extra fluffiness.
No,
he doesn't want to admit how much he was looking.
He's teasing.
Now, I was playing Soul Calibur on my Xbox 360, like when me and my wife first met, and she was watching me play Ivy, and you know Ivy has like no clothes, like literally. Yeah, Ivy is literally, and I'm that's my main. You know, Ivy is my main. And I'm playing the fuck out of Ivy, and my wife, before my wife, my girlfriend at the time comes in, she goes, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "It's Soul Calibur." And she was like, "But why? Where is her clothes at?" I'm like, "The developers forgot to put some on her." Shit, I don't know. I said, but I'm wrecking the shit out of this dude right now. You know, hey, Soul Calibur I support. Like, especially this new one that's coming out. They showed a lot of gameplay on it. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks great. They got Geralt of Rivia from fucking what the fuck is the name of it?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. Well, Witcher series. Hell yes, I support that. Like, I like characters that make sense within the game. Like, I didn't get Yoda when they put Yoda in Soul Calibur. I was like,
I thought that was cool.
he was fucking
He was
cheating,
a beast.
though. He was cheating. You couldn't grab him. He wasn't affected by any grabs, and that's fucking bullshit to me.
It's because he's tiny, man. What do you expect?
Now, Darth
And he's
Vader,
super fast.
I supported. Darth Vader was perfect. But, you know, they could keep Yoda. Link from Legend of Zelda was amazing in Soul Calibur. He was
I say
fucking
there's like
beast.
3 different versions.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Spawn. Remember Spawn? I think it was PlayStation version, right?
Yep.
Spawn was in that bitch. You know, and Geralt of Rivia, I'm glad he's in it because he makes sense. He's like a weapons user. You know what I'm saying? He makes sense within that, I guess, that lore, or maybe a hunt for some sort of sacred weapon. I could see him having that type of quest, you know, and maybe crossing paths with those guys.
Speaking of that, where you just said, you know, Nintendo having Soul Calibur, could you actually see Soul Calibur on the Switch?
Hell yeah! That shit's going to the motherfuckers.
Again?
Let me tell you something. Switch did something that a lot of its older systems didn't do, outside of maybe the Wii or Super Nintendo, and that's have a large adoption rate of the system. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It might be like a year later, but I can see, you know, be on the
it's
Switch.
going to. Soul Calibur will be on the fucking Switch, and I guarantee they'll probably resurrect Link, because that's really
That'd
the
be
only
cool.
character that makes sense, or maybe Kirby, who has swallowed a ninja because he has a sword. You see what I'm saying? But like, could you imagine Kirby in fucking Soul Calibur? That would be like, how?
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, what do you think about exclusive characters? Do you think they can do that just this gen, and which ones would you want for each console?
Sony. Go ahead.
I want to see Link on it again and Kirby, but I know Kirby carries a sword also. But
Yeah, he does.
I don't think nobody else in Nintendo carries a sword, like Nintendo exclusive wise.
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think.
I mean, Heihachi didn't have a sword, so it's not exclusive to sword people.
Yeah, but that he was so out of place to me, though. I felt like he was out of place because he's not that type of fighter. Maybe let's see, for Nintendo, definitely Link. I would like to see Link come back. For Sony, Sony may be the main character for Neo. You know, maybe he should show up. Yeah,
Dante. Dante be a good choice.
Dante.
Yeah, I was about to say Dante. Yeah, because he has a sword.
Dante would be fucking amazing. Could you imagine Dante versus fucking Geralt of Rivia? Yes, please. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be like awesome. You know, Dante is on Xbox and PlayStation. That'd be amazing.
Because he's Capcom, so really he could just. It's not really bound to any system.
Right.
Xbox. Who would be on Xbox's shit? Maybe.
That's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to rack your brain.
I'll probably put Ratchet and Clank. No, not Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank's the
That's
best.
PlayStation.
Put one of those.
Lose your life.
Yeah.
Lose your life.
All right.
Said Ratchet and Clank.
All right, let's see.
Put one of the Forza cars in there, man.
First
They
of all,
can always pull from Gears of War.
God.
Right, the shotgun blast.
That would be fucking shitty. It's like, why is this dude just shooting at the at the edge of the screen? That would be shitty as fuck.
We're gonna get Super Lucky Tail. Come on.
There you go.
That would be scary as shit. It's like Super Lucky Tail getting like racked.
Real quick, for me, for Nintendo, I want Roy from Fire Emblem for sure.
Okay.
That'd be cool. See, I've heard about Fire
I'll
Emblem.
take Roy. Yeah.
And for PlayStation, Kratos.
Kratos all day.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Especially new Kratos with the axe.
Yeah, new Kratos. Yeah.
Yeah, new Kratos with axe.
Yeah, new Kratos with the axe would be pretty dope.
I could see him, using the blades of Fury also, Chaos blades.
Maybe for like a special.
Yeah, because those are blades though, dude.
I mean, they are, but that's not. Well, okay, well, maybe
doing like crazy undodgeable moves.
I know he's just like.
Yo, wasn't Kratos in one of those games? Correct me if
he
I'm
was.
wrong. Wasn't he
yeah.
in yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. He was in, I think, Soul Calibur 3? No.
I don't think he's in Soul Calibur. He was in like a Smash Brothers game, like type game.
Oh, okay. No, Kratos was in a fighting game. He was in.
He was in a fighting game.
Yeah, he was in. He was in Soul Calibur. I think that's what. No, was it Soul Calibur?
Yeah, it says Broken Destiny. He was in that.
Yeah,
Soul Calibur, Broken Destiny.
Yes, he was in Soul Calibur already. You know what I'm saying? But him with the axe instead of the Chaos blades, it would definitely change the way he plays. For sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because he would, single-handed weapon, can be tossed, has some sort of magical abilities. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Definitely would love to see Dante. So I agree with that one too. I'm trying to think Nintendo. I do want to see Link, but Kirby would be a nice curveball to throw in there because it's like, damn, Kirby, if you swallow I know this sounds like a porno, but if you swallow the other players, do you get their powers or like, can you be, Ivy with your titties out, but you're Kirby? Is that a thing? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you probably take the weapon.
I don't see him like sucking down, their opponent or anything.
I see what you did there.
You saw what I did there? I circled back. I circled back. Okay, all right. Anything else? Our open topics still open.
I don't know. Not a lot happened this week.
I know it's kind of a slow week. Yeah, that's why the show's shorter. Because I'm like, really only news. People still talking about God of War and shit, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's do the final round here. Anybody triggered? Because I am.
I'm good.
But
you're always triggered.
I'm always triggered. But anybody triggered? Want to jump in final round?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
I already had like my little spurt with God of War, so I think I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess it's just me in the
final round.
All right. I'm shitty with Ubisoft. I've already talked about this earlier, but I'm shitty with y'all. I can't finish Far Cry 5, right now. I paid real cash, and I want to be able to play a full game, and I can't. I played the whole first region, got all the points enough to fight John, and now I can't fucking fight him. So I am the shittiest. And here's the thing, too. It even breaks the game further because you can't cancel the quest. Once the quest is active and he's not spawning, it's stuck. So I have to just manually get to the other story quest to kind of continue the other regions. And that is the shittiest thing ever created. Like, I went to the forums, talked to the Ubi rep, and he said, okay, I will report it. Didn't give me any comforting words. Didn't say, I sincerely apologize on behalf of Ubisoft. Here's a free coupon for a rub and tug. Nothing. I just got fucking ignored. Like, it was just like, we'll report it. And, ... Like, it just baffles me with this shit. And it's still, they released a new update. They claim that they fixed a lot of quests where the person doesn't spawn. And guess what? Didn't work for me. Didn't fix it. I still can't kill John Seed right now. I'm working on the second region now with the lady. I can't think of her fucking name, but she handles like these like flowers that make you
Faith.
go crazy. Faith. Yeah, Faith. I'm in her region right now, but you know, I can't select any quest. I have to kind of like manually go to the map, mark the fucking quest, and then travel to it to continue the shit. And you know, I'm just triggered. You know, Ubisoft, fix your shit, please. And that's all I got. You know, I can't get any madder than I am. All right, and that was the
Final round.
And Ubisoft says, start over.
Don't
about to say.
fucking say that shit. Don't
I was gonna
say that shit.
Have you tried restarting your game and starting a brand new game?
Damn, that's fucked up.
I'm not starting a brand new game. I got 52 hours in it.
Yo, dude, hear me out. I mean,
hear you out. Hold on.
Hear me out. I mean,
hear you out.
I mean, hold on. You can't take my life. You can't take my life and tell me you hear me out. I mean, look how many times me and Terry were playing that one game on PlayStation.
What's that?
It was
Nine Parchments. We had to start that bitch over so many times because they didn't have that patch right away.
Fuck
yes.
That shit.
Now they finally got it working after 10 restarts.
Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Terry had start from the beginning 10 times.
At least Mike didn't. At least I got to keep my progress though, my character leveling up. Mike, he got completely sabotaged to where he had a level 30 character. He went back to level 1.
I was salty as fuck. I mean, I was like you there, Danny, but that's what they told me in the email. Restart the game from beginning.
I'd be like, is Don Matrick working for y'all? What the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Restart.
I mean, you might have to do that.
I'm not fucking doing that shit. Ubisoft.
Tell you what,
I'm not doing it.
You can finish the game in 5 minutes. All right.
No, fuck. You
can literally finish Far Cry 5 in 5 minutes.
I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You won't have to do any missions. I guarantee you can finish Far Cry 5 and you won't have to do any missions.
I'm about getting the credits.
That's right.
No, because there's three endings in the
three
game.
Endings.
Two endings are at the end of the game.
I already got the first
third ending is in the very, very beginning of the game.
I got that already spoiled for me. I was watching a stream and they spoiled it. Actually, it was IGN and they actually had to shut their shit down behind that. I was watching IGN live. They streamed Far Cry 5 and they said, here is the secret ending. And, I don't want to spoil it, but you do something at the beginning of the game and you can beat it right then and there. And it was streamed on IGN, and all of a sudden IGN was like, oh, we got to go. Ending stream, because they fucking broke the embargo on that shit. But it spoiled it for me, too, so I got spoiled on that shit. So, yeah, I get that. But, yeah, I was salty, but... whatever. I used the salt I had to season some meat, so it's whatever.
But no lie, you might have to do that. You might have to restart your game all over again.
I'm not.
He's not.
I'm not doing it. Tony, you think I should do it?
I just beat the game, and I have no ambition to start over just to get the other ending.
So
not worth my time. I'll just go to YouTube and watch the other ending.
Tony, you think I should start it over?
Man, fuck no. Move on, son.
Your moment to start over was when you first encountered it and you were only in the beginning area. That's when you should have started over. Instead, you progressed and put in another 20-some hours.
Because somebody said that what you have to do is leave the region. They say somebody in the forums, they were trying to troubleshoot themselves, and they said that once they got out of Falls End and they started doing other quests in different regions, it unlocked for them. So that was why I steadfast. I said, all right, well, fuck it then. I'll just go to the next region, do a few missions and shit. 53 hours later, I'm almost done with the second goddamn region, and guess what? His ass ain't spawned in, and I cannot end the quest. So
then there you go. Then do what Tony said. Uninstall the game and go back to Resident Evil 7.
Actually, go play something else, bro.
All right. All right, whatever. All right, we're going to end it on that note, a triggering note. I want to give a shout out to people in chat. I thought I seen Pudsey, John, I guess Frogs. Who else was there?
Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner. Did Al Bundy show up? John showed up. Anybody else?
It's on YouTube, I see.
It was a quiet night.
Yeah, it was quiet because everybody's like playing games. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those nights where everybody's like, "Fuck it, I want to game it up tonight." So, shouts out to Tony Polanco. Thank you for coming through, sir. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for honoring us with your presence.
You're wild, man.
I know, because our conversation got fucked up, but it was fun.
Yeah, man. So, obviously, I want to thank you guys for having me on tonight. A lot of, I like the chill aspect, even though it gets crazy sometimes. It's fun, man. It's all good, So, yeah, if you want to follow me, head over to Twitter. I'm Romudeth, ROMUDETH. And in my bio, there's links to all my stuff, geek.com, Throwdown, Coalition, all of that, So, yeah, and shout out to everybody in the chat, obviously. I didn't realize there was a chat going on. I would have jumped in there and said some shit, but shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, for sure, Tony, man. You guys over at Throwdown, man, you guys always have a good-ass conversation. So, I try to catch it, sneak in and lurk when I can.
Yeah, I know we record late, but, you could always catch it the next day.
Right. I go, let me repeat this shit, because I usually get the notification. I'm like, all right, well, let me check this shit. Get me a sandwich or something, and I just sit and watching this shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like right now is when we would be starting. Like we normally, because like we have a bunch of artists and dudes that work from home, so they can only be there at that time. And you already know how it is. It's hard to get people wrangled together.
It is. It's like trying to get everybody all like, okay, let's meld today. Hopefully.
Yeah. So it's like 10:30. Because me, if it was up to me, I'd be shit at 8 o'clock. But nobody's around, so I'm like, okay, I'll wait. It's cool. Don't no sweat there.
That's why we try to do 9 o'clock, because 9 is like late enough for everybody to be like done with kicking it with their families and wives and husbands and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, it's late enough for we can do this. So thank you once again for coming on, man. I appreciate it. We all do. Shouts out to Player One Coffee. Like I said, they have a new flavor, rare drop. I think it's like blueberry or some shit, or berry flavored. So go ahead, Terry.
And
they kicked it off to show that you can do subscriptions now. So
you can do subscriptions with fucking.
Yeah, that's why they did the rare drop, because now you can do a subscription and get your coffee instead of having to worry about just constantly going back and reordering.
Here's what I don't want though, Player One. Don't put loot boxes in your coffee. That's the one thing I don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, support you to the fullest. But I know you got the rare
You might
drop.
get sugar. You might get...
Right, you might get sugar. You might get a common coffee. You might get a rare epic coffee. Please don't do it.
I'm still waiting for them to drop a hot chocolate or a cappuccino. Since I don't drink coffee, so I'm hopeful.
And don't be
my
like
my day will come.
Right, and don't be like Mike and make like a whole pot and drink that shit yourself, and you be up for 3 days. Don't do that shit. You can follow us everywhere. If you look at the top of the screen, we are everywhere. We have our own Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pornhub. I mean, we are everywhere. You can follow us there at the Platform Live or the Platform Podcast. Catch us next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we'll be having a more, I would say, less triggered conversation, because, Far Cry 5 has me triggered, so I just been a little salty today. But less saltiness next week. And I think that's it. Anybody else got anything else they want to say before we go?
Good.
Peace. Peace out.